quick reading for all 12 zodiac signs on this one video. I just kind of wanted to do it because of the Libra's new moon. I just kind of wanted to see what did you guys need to know, what's out of balance for all of you, and see, kind of see where you guys are at. So we're just going to do a little quick reading. We're going to start out today with Aries. We're going to do Aries first. So we're going to ask to tell me more about its balance, where Aries currently is at, how to regain that balance. Okay, starting out Aries, you got the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Swords to represent you. You seem a little guarded. There's something recently, I feel like, that happened that is making you this way, that's making you guarded. I feel like for a lot of you Aries, there's something you're not seeing and you feel stuck. You may feel trapped. For what's out of balance for you, I feel like there's some type of offering of love. There was some type of offering of love that was out of balance. You need to be more open. You need to be more open to this connection. For what's out of balance, you got the Artist and the Knight of Cups. There's something you were creating, something someone was creating, and it was really showing up as something you wanted, almost like a goal you wanted to achieve with someone in a connection. You wanted to gain some insight in a connection with somebody. And there is this offering of love. You wanted this offering, I feel like, but it's almost like you shut it down. I feel like you're ignoring it. If you look at the placement, he's looking at her and she's like, nope. I feel like that's the kind of energy you're in right now, Aries. But if we look at the other side to bring you more balance, you literally get the Queen of Cups and the Temperance card, literally the balance card. I would say it's really encouraging you to be more balanced in your emotions when it comes to this connection. I feel like you're used to having your guard up, and it's kind of telling you to let that guard down. It's telling you to start to work on that guard. It's trying to encourage you to actually start to try to open up emotionally to this person. If you do that, I feel like the emotions will start to flourish. I feel like the connection will start to grow. I don't see any harm in opening up in this connection. At the bottom of your deck, supporting your reading, is the Knight of Swords, is action. You need to take action. You need to actively be trying to take down those walls. You need to actively be trying to communicate with this person. There's just action that needs to be taken. Alright, Aries, I hope that helped. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Next, we're going to do Taurus. I'm going to do Taurus. I'm going to look at the current energies, their balance, because they need balance. So for your current energies, Taurus, you get the Hierophant card, or the Hierophant, and the Knight of Cups. So this is you. The Hierophant is Taurus. I know that's you guys. So whenever I see your own card coming up for your reading, usually that's a pretty good indication that you're in a very positive light right now, and a very positive energy, and usually it's a good omen. You know, you got the Knight of Cups with it. It's really demonstrating this. You may recently have offered love. You're going into this next commitment. You're going into this next phase in this connection. It might even have to deal with self-love. I feel like for a lot of you Taurus, you're dealing with self-love. You're growing and realizing that you have a lot to offer, a lot to give to people. What's off balance for you is the Knight of Cups and the King of, the King of Cups and the Knight of Wands. I had them reversed. You're slow to taking action in a connection. You're not taking action, I feel like, in this love connection for some reason, or you're ignoring your emotions completely. This is something you need to bring back into alignment, this Libra new moon. It's something you need to focus on. You need to ask yourself, why are you choosing to go so slow in this connection? You need to kind of figure out and assess where you're currently at when it comes to your emotions. And if there is a connection, you are moving very slowly with it. to bring things back into an alignment. You have the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. This is kind of encouraging you. I know it doesn't look like an encouraging card, but it's kind of encouraging you that the pain and suffering that you did experience, Taurus, is over and done with. You do not have to deal with it anymore. It is currently in the past now. It's something you really don't even have to look back at. The pain is done. The grief is done. You went through the connection and it's done. And it's almost like a relief at this point, you know, like a sigh of relief. And the Ace of Pentacles is showing growth. It's showing self-growth. I think if you focus on yourself right now, Taurus, it'll be most beneficial for you because you're really focusing on growing your habits, on growing and doing and accomplishing your goals. It's really showing growth. At the bottom of the deck, Taurus, is the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're having a lot of problem with action. You need to start taking action. You're being a bit slow either in this new connection, or you're being a little bit slow in doing some life choices. You're being a little slow in being passionate right now. You need to just work on taking that initiative and taking the lead in certain scenarios. I hope that helped, Taurus. If it did resonate with you, please like and subscribe. Next, we're going to do Gemini. Alright, Gemini, we're just going to look at what's your current energies, what needs to be balanced, what's not balanced, things like that. So currently, what represents you is the Ten of Swords. There recently was something that betrayed you. You feel betrayed. I feel this sense of betrayal for a lot of you, Gemini. I feel like someone didn't live up to their expectations that you had for them. I feel like it was just a major letdown in a past connection. But I really think that because this past connection ended, it's not a bad omen. I feel like it's more of a positive. It's done, it's through. You don't have to deal with this connection anymore. You don't have to deal with the disappointment. That's what I'm going to say. You don't have to deal with the disappointment. What's out of balance for you? You get the Artist and Strength. This is really showing me that there's a goal. You have a goal, Gemini. You have this task you want to complete. You know, you really are going for something, but it's showing up as you needing to get some courage. You know, your courage, your motivation may not be there right now. You were very motivated. This was a goal that you want to achieve, but for some reason, that motivation, that strength to actually get it done is lacking. I would just really try to work on that to balance it out on the other side. You get the Nine of Cups and the Temperance. So really, it's trying to tell you to find that motivation again. Ask yourself, why did I want to complete this goal from the beginning? Why did I want to do this? Is it still going to bring me fulfillment? Is it still going to bring me happiness? And it is coming up that it is bringing you fulfillment. It's bringing you emotional fulfillment. It's bringing you joy. It is something that you want, but you need to rediscover why do you want it. You need to rediscover your motives. You need to rediscover your intentions. You need to get motivated again to accomplish this goal, to go after it. All right, at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, you have the Seven of Wands. There's defense. You may have to, I feel like there's not, some of you Geminis, there may have recently been an argument and you are a little defensive, but I feel like for a lot of you, you're just defensive about your goal. You're just defensive about what you want to go after because you know it's what you want. I feel like a lot of Geminis, you're not hesitating. You're being confident in your decisions, and you may have to be a little defensive, meaning someone may try to knock you down. Someone may try to tell you that they don't think what you're going after is reasonable, but it's just letting you know it is reasonable, and it's letting you know that, you know, be confident in your choices. If someone tells you, oh, I don't think this is very plausible, tell them, well, I think it is, and then tell them why, because it's really coming up as you defending your stance. I hope that helped, Gemini. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Next, we're going to do Cancer's reading for the new moon. Alright, Cancer, to represent you, you got the Devil. There recently is something you're going through. This may have to deal with an addiction. This may have to deal with an obsession. I don't think it's very beneficial for you. I don't think it's dangerous, but I don't think it's beneficial either. This obsession that you're having or someone is having in the connection, it's just not healthy. It doesn't seem very healthy, and it doesn't seem very good. It's almost like an unhealthy cycle that you're having with a connection. I feel like for a lot of you Cancers, it's an unhealthy cycle you're doing or you're partaking in a relationship. It's just not showing up as a very good cycle of habit. It has to do with habits, what you're not really, it's almost like a relationship cycle where you know you want to be with the person, but every day you pick an argument with them, or you kind of can't figure out if you want to stay or if you want to leave, and that's causing this vicious cycle. There's just some type of negative habit cycle going on surrounding you right now, Cancer. This may be someone else that you're dealing with, but I really feel like for a lot of you, it is some type of cycle that you are actively engaging in. What's thrown off balance for you? You got Judgment and 4 Cups. There may recently have been some type of decision you have to make about this connection. For some reason, I feel like it's a connection. This connection's a little off balance right now. It's telling you there's a decision you have to make, and you're contemplating it. You're really thinking about it. You're not sure what you want to do, and that's fine. I feel like right now you need to be in that energy of thinking about it. But I think the quicker you learn that you shouldn't be so stressed out about it, that it is something that you should take your time on to think about, I think the quicker it'll be, or the easier it'll be for you to come to terms or to come up with some type of solution to this negative cycle that's showing up. To fix your balance or to regain that balance, you got the 7 of Swords and the Hermit. It's really showing some type of sneakiness. You may not want others to know what you're going through right now. You may be holding it very close to you. This may be a very sensitive situation that you're in, and it is definitely not something that you want to be sharing with other people because it is very personal. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't either. You got the Hermit. It's really telling you to look inwards right now. Look at yourself, reevaluate your situation. If you're stuck with someone and it's not a healthy cycle that's going on, you need to either realize one thing, or you need to realize a few things. If you can't change the situation and you can't control the person's action, the only thing you can control is your own actions. So if this cycle is something that is no longer serving you, you need to sneak around a little and you need to do some work, but not so much work on the person. You need to realize you can't control this person's actions, and you can only control your own actions. So knowing that, you can look within yourself and try to figure out, okay, what is the best move for myself? Once you figure that out, Cancer, I really feel like it'll be a lot more less stressful for you. It'll be a lot more harmonious. At the bottom of your deck, supporting your reading, you have Death. There is this change coming. There is a change. I feel like because you're doing the work now, you're looking within, you're evaluating this negative cycle that's going on. It's showing a change. I think it's a change from the negative cycle. I really think you're doing the work to get out of it, Cancer. It's just calling for a little bit more kind of thinking, a little bit more contemplating. I really hope that it helps, Cancer. If it did resonate with you, please like and subscribe. Liking it just helps me know that, hey, it resonated with somebody. Alright, so next we're going to do Leo. We're going to look at Leo's messages from the new moon. Alright, we're going to look at Leo's messages, what's off balance for you guys, what needs to be brought back into alignment, and how to do so. Alright, so starting out, Leo, you're coming up as the Page of Pentacles. You're working on yourself. You are focusing on yourself this new moon cycle. I feel like you are trying to focus on self-growth, self-improvement. You are trying to figure out, okay, this is what I want. How do I get it? You know, you're in this planning stage. You're trying to figure out how to build yourself up so that way you can achieve the goals that you're setting out for yourself. What's off balance is your emotions, is your happiness. You may be getting so caught up in the negative. When you look at yourself and reevaluate yourself, you're forgetting to have this sense of self-love, this sense of self-compassion for yourself, because the Sun and the Nine of Cups is what comes off as out of balance. For me, that Sun being out of balance means you are struggling right now, Leo. You are not very happy with how things are coming out in when it comes to emotions. You may be closed off emotionally, or you may just not be happy with the way that you deal with your emotions right now. I feel like for a lot of you, Leo, you may think that you're overbearing. You may think that you're being a bit too much, but I think those are all negative talk. I think that's all self-doubt, and I think that's things you need to get rid of. That negative self-talk is not benefiting you in any way, and I think you really need to get rid of any negative self-beliefs you have, because telling yourself negative belief over and over is going to make you end up believing it. So what's the point in telling yourself a negative belief when, first off, it probably doesn't even have that much basis of a truth? Because then on the other side, to put you back into balance, you have the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. It is showing me growth, but I think the Ace of Wands comes naturally with the Page of Pentacles. When you're looking at yourself, you're focusing on yourself, you're trying to figure yourself out right now. Ace of Wands is always showing growth. It's showing a place of improvement from where you used to be, and it's showing up as you reminiscing a lot. You are thinking a lot of the past. You're visiting the past a lot. I feel like you're looking at the past to review your past mistakes that you've made in past relationships, and you may be a little upset with yourself with how you acted in a relationship and whatnot, but I really think that you're beating yourself up a little bit too much, Leo, and there's no reason to be beating yourself up so much. No reason. At the bottom of your deck, supporting your deck, is the Page of Cups. When I first look at this, my first instinct was that you need to give yourself more love. You need to be the one offering yourself this love. I feel like this is for Leos who are single. This is for my Leos who are in a relationship. This is for my Leos who are in a complicated connection. I feel like this is for all of my Leos. It's telling you to stop being so harsh on yourself. It's telling you to start offering yourself that love, offering yourself that compassion. The same type of love and compassion you would offer a significant other, you need to start offering to yourself. You really need to dive deep, and you really need to figure out, okay, how can I fix this? How can I do this? You know what I mean? And you need, at the same time though, you can't lose sight of knowing you're a good person deep down. You do certain things that help others. You are there for other people. Leo, you need to notice you have better qualities that are beneficial. You have more beneficial qualities than you do negative ones. And I think you realizing that will help the situation a little bit more. I hope that helped, Leo. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. All right. Next, we're going to do Virgo. I'm going to do Virgo's Libra new moon reading. Kind of let you know what's missing, what's going on. Your current energy. All right. We got current energy. Virgo is 7 of Wands. You're defensive right now. I feel like you're being defensive in some type of connection. You have your walls up. You're very sneaky about it, though. I get the sense of sneakiness with you, Virgo. Not in a bad way. I get the sense that you have these walls up, that you don't want anyone to know that you have these walls built up. You may be in a relationship. You may be trying to get more serious with an individual in a connection, and I feel that. I feel a connection growing. It is showing a very promising, grounded relationship, but you have these walls built up and you're a little bit defensive. I feel like you don't want this person to know that you have your walls built, though, Virgo. In order to do that, you need to break these walls down. You need to look at, okay, why am I so hesitant to get into this connection? Why am I hesitating? Why am I fighting? Why am I fighting this relationship? That's really what it's coming off as. You're fighting this. You don't want it, but you do. It's out of fear. There's just a lot of fear that you have, Virgo, wrapped up in this connection. You're worried about what could happen. You're worried about the negatives. You need to also think about the positives. Think about, well, this could happen. You know, yes, you're thinking, well, yes, the negative can happen, but also remember, well, there's positive things that can happen as well. For what's out of balance for you, you get the Three of Wands and the Emperor. This is showing up as calm, very calm energy. And because it's showing up as very calm energy and what's out of balance, I feel like, Virgo, you're not very stable right now. You don't feel calm. You're lacking this calmness, this patience. You don't want to be patient anymore. You want to go, 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 go. And I feel like your pace, your action towards this connection is out of balance. Sometimes you go forward with this connection with a very dominant, leading energy, and then other times you come forward with this connection, well, really back away with this skittish, scared, very patient energy where you're like, what's the rush? You keep going back and forth between these two energies. I think you need to realign, rebalance your energy of the pace that you're trying to go at in this connection. At the other side, in order to rebalance this, you get the Seven of Pentacles and the Lovers. It's really telling you, keep focusing on don't lose sight of your hobbies. Don't lose sight of your goals. Don't forget about what you want, Virgo. If you do forget, you're going to end up in this energy, because I feel like this is almost like a distracting factor that's going to help you look away from the relationship, but in a good way. I know that doesn't sound very good. I'm trying to explain it. It's almost like, say you get in an argument with this person and your first instinct is to move away from this individual. Okay, if you go on instead to focus, say you enjoy painting, if you go on to go and paint a photo or paint an image, if you go and paint an image instead, it's going to distract you from the argument that you had with this significant other, and therefore will help you not continue to argue, but it'll actually give you space to help you both reevaluate the situation, the argument, whatever occurred, and because you did that, you'll be able to come back together and grow with that Lover's card. So I really hope that made sense for you, Virgos. It's really saying focus on your hobbies, focus on things you still enjoy. Try to balance out what you want to enjoy and balance out your relationship. It is a promising relationship. It's coming up as very stable. It's coming up as extremely passionate. Even though the relationship itself is very stable and secure, you need to focus and change the speed that you're going. You need to pick one. Going back and forth between these speeds are just going to confuse your significant other. At the bottom of your supporting your reading, at the bottom of the deck, is the Page of Wands. It's this waiting energy. I feel like this is your person. I feel like they're waiting on you. They might be waiting on you to pick. I feel like you might be a little bit confusing lately, giving them a little bit of mixed signals. You may be saying, oh no, I don't want you to go, but then you're doing something to show them that you want them to go, or vice versa, or something like that. Something along those lines, where you're confusing them. And they're just like, okay, I'm going to take a step back, give you your space, so that way you can figure out what you want. And that's what's really showing up with the Page of Wands. I really hope that helped, Virgo. If it resonated with you, Please like and subscribe. Next, we're going to do Libra. Happy birthday to all my Libras out there. We're going to be ending Libra season soon. We're going into Scorpio, which is exciting. Libra, you guys are in your power lately, I feel like. I feel like whenever your season comes up, you guys are in this, like, such happy power. I feel, like, so happy around this season. Alright, Libra. Representing you is death. I know it sounds so scary. It's not. It's not at all. I love the death card. Only because it is showing up as a change. It's showing up as a positive change for you, in your case anyway. It just means, you know, with every ending is a new beginning. With every door closes, another one opens. And it's basically telling you that. Right now, Libra, you're in this energy of things are changing, things are shifting. I feel like a lot of life course events are changing for you right now, but I think it's a good life course change. I feel like it's a change in a path, but in a very good, positive way. What's out of balance for you, Libra, is the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This is basically letting me know you may be a little bit out of touch with your intuition and this connection that you're having. You may be the committedness in the relationship may be questionable. Not because they're doing anything or you're doing anything, but simply because you're worried. I feel like I get the sense of stress. I get the sense of constantly going back and forth. You are just worried about the security of the relationship. You're really worried about the stability of the relationship. You're worried that the person you're with isn't committed to you. I get the sense of, you know, you really don't believe them when they tell you that they're committed to you. You get the High Priestess because you're out of touch with your intuition a little bit, Libra. That basically is telling me you think that they are lacking in commitment, but they're not. Okay, so maybe it's not such a bad thing to be deceived. I'd rather be deceived in that way and it not be true than it be true, if that makes sense. So I would just really try to work on your sense of intuition right now. I would try to get in touch with that sense of intuition. You know, it's that gut feeling. It's knowing, like, oh, I already know that. Like, obviously, like it's that confidence, that overwhelming sense of confidence you get in an answer. When you get that sense, that's your intuition telling you something. You need to stop listening so much to your head, to the anxiety. That anxiety and stress is not your intuition. That anxiety and stress is negative energy surrounding you. It's taking away your energy from listening to that intuition. On the other side, to regain your balance, you get the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Libra, this is just saying that you need to have an open, honest conversation with this person. There needs to be some type of message being brought forward. There needs to be some type of understanding, because something happened in the past in this connection that is making you stress out and have these anxieties that this person isn't committed, is because you keep revisiting the past. You're kind of constantly wondering, well, maybe they did this to this person, they would do it to me. But you got to think, you're not them. You're not that other person. You're you. So you just need to have this open conversation. If you have this open conversation with this individual about your feelings, about you being fearful, you being worried about the committedness and the level of committedness, I think it'll actually bring a lot to light for you and it'll ease those anxieties that you've been having, Libra. At the bottom of your deck, supporting your reading is the Tower. This naturally comes with this. It's that change. It's that moment of change that you weren't expecting. Like I said, I feel like you are expecting this change, though, because you're coming up as the change. It's revolved around you, but I feel like it's coming up as you expected it, but it's not like how you expected. So like you knew this was going to change. You knew that this was going to happen, but for some reason you didn't think it was going to happen the way that it did, or you didn't expect it to be like this. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad one. I think it's more of a like, oh, I didn't really think of it like that. Like, I think it's something more along those lines. I hope that helped, Libra. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Next, we're going to move on to Scorpio's new moon reading. Kind of get in touch, see where Scorpio's at. See what's out of balance for Scorpio. What they need to work on. Alright, Scorpio. Representing you is the Seven of Cups. There is this deception. You are either worried about being deceived by someone in a connection, or you're the one doing this deceiving. You may be lying to someone. You feel that someone is lying to you. You think someone is not showing you something for the way it truly is. You think someone may be hiding something, or you may be hiding something. There is just this sneakiness energy around you right now. This it's sneaky, it's hidden, it's being masked from you. It's not something you can fully understand. This may be you though for someone else in the connection. You may be being sneaky, someone else may be being sneaky. There's just this sense of sneakiness. So what's out of balance for you, Scorpio, is the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups. This energy is love, okay? When I look at it, it feels fulfilling, it feels sweet, it feels harmonious. But this comes up for you're out of balance. Your love right now is out of balance. For some reason, it's not centered. You really need to work on your emotions. You need to work on finding that love and that connection again. You need to work on getting that love to back where it used to be. You know, when you used to be feeling joy and fulfilled. It's really showing me there's this offering of love and then there's this fulfillment. And that would literally lead right after one another. You get offered love and you feel happy and fulfilled by it. However, because it's in your unbalanced side, I would really say you need to focus on reigniting the spark and passion in that relationship that you're dealing with right now, Scorpio. For on the other side, to regain that balance, you got the Six of Swords and the Four of Cups. This is really contemplating. You're thinking about your relationship. You're thinking about your connection. You do want to move on. You need to move on. You need to either move on or move away from. There's just this sense of movement with the Six of Swords. You're moving from calmer or rougher waters to calmer waters. You have this desire to bring back peace. You have this desire to bring back balance and be centered again. But you're wrapped up in your head for some reason. You're hesitating on bringing back this balance for some reason. Something is holding you back. At the bottom of your at the bottom of the deck, supporting your reading, is the Six of Pentacles. You need to have an open conversation with this person. I think the only thing that will really help even center this relationship, I don't even know if it can be centered. It just seems so off balance. But if you can center this relationship, your best bet is to have an open conversation with the person, see where they are at in their headspace. You need to see if they're on the same page as you, Scorpio. You need to see if they want and have the same values as you do, because it's coming up as you feel like their values are hidden from you. You feel that their wants, their needs, their desires are all hidden. I hope that resonated with you, Scorpio, or at least helped. If it did resonate with you, please like and subscribe. It just kind of lets me know. Well, the like kind of lets me know if it resonated. Alright, next we're going to do Sagittarius. I'm going to do Sagittarius reading for the new moon in Libra. Alright, Sagittarius. Looking at your reading first, you get the Two of Wands. This represents you. You're in this patient energy. You are in this energy where you are waiting. I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't know who you're waiting for, but you are definitely waiting on something. You're waiting for someone. You're waiting for this connection to start or to bloom or to grow, but there is this waiting involved. What's unbalanced for you is the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. It's this connection that feels a little unbalanced for you, but I feel like it's more of stress and grief that has to deal with this connection. You're worried about all the things that could go wrong in this connection. Even though it's showing up as a soulmate connection with the Two of Cups, it's showing up as a lot of stress and burden for you with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this connection is something that you want. It's something you want to explore, but you're realizing that there's a lot of negatives in this relationship. There's a lot of negatives in this connection, and it's causing you a lot of stress and anxiety. The only way to get through those negatives, every relationship has its pros and has its cons. The only way to get through those cons is if you open up and talk to your person. On the other side, to help rebalance or recenter those negative in your situation, to help you rebalance those negatives going on in your relationship, you get the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. This is calling for action. You need to actively try to fix things, Sagittarius. You need to actively try to grow in this relationship. You need to actively try to start a foundation with this person. I feel like you need to show more an initiative. Get out of this waiting energy and get more into this active energy where you are taking the lead in the relationship. I think if you do that, if you come forward to them with the conversation, it'll make things a lot easier. If you come forward to them being very open, taking the lead in the conversation, really directing it to your own stress, your own fears in the relationship, it will give you growth and movement in the connection. You will grow from this. It's not something that you have to walk away from. You'll simply grow together from it. At the bottom of your deck is the Seven of Wands. Try so hard not to create this conversation into an argument. You do not want this conversation to turn into an argument, and I feel like for a lot of you Sagittarius, this is what this is telling me. You need to bite your tongue. You're not going to like what your person has to say when you come to them, I feel like for a lot of you, and it's going to cause you to get angry. It's going to cause you to want to say things that you are later going to regret. This is telling you to bite your tongue. If you want this conversation to go that you want it, simply change the subject. Simply change it back into the direction you wanted it to go into. Do not turn this into an argument. I really hope that helps, Sagittarius. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Alright, now we're going to do Capricorn. Capricorn's reading for the Libra new moon. It's just a quick card reading. We're just going to look at your current energies, what's going on. We're going to see what's out of balance for you. We're going to see how to bring that back into alignment. Alright. So representing you right now, Capricorn, is the Wheel of Fortune. There is change. There's movement. I feel like things are changing for you. I feel like it's a good change. For some reason, I have this sense of things falling into place. I have this sense of life events are just starting to change. It's starting to create a change for you, but it's a beneficial change. It's something out of your control. It's nothing that you've been doing. For your what's out of balance, you have the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles. You may be a little isolated right now and a little bit too isolated. It's really saying, you're not really being around your community. You're not really partaking in any activities with your friends. You're not being very social. You're not being very active in your social life. You're very much retreated inwards. Usually the Hermit, I love the Hermit. The Hermit usually is a great omen. It has to do with you know, looking inwards, looking inside, really reflecting on life circumstances. However, because it came with the Three of Pentacles and it's on your unbalanced side, I would say you may be a little bit too much in your head. You may be a little bit too much in your head, to the point where you're not even really focusing on the outside world. You're not really focusing on social relationships. You're not really focusing on anyone else right now. And it's really trying to tell you to try to socialize. If you socialize, it'll bring you a lot of more harmony. All right, so for on your other side of your reading, to help you regain that balance, you have the Five of Cups and the Magician. Don't beat yourself up over this. That's the sense I automatically got. You're going to try to beat yourself up over this situation. Don't. There's no reason to. Simply just try to pick yourself up. Try to fix what you can. Try to understand that you can only have, you're only in charge of your actions, okay? So whatever happens, happens. And you need to try to understand, like, okay, I can only manifest for myself the things that I want. Okay, you need to have goals specific to yourself, Capricorn. And if you have those goals specific to yourself, you can do it. You can achieve it. You can go after it. Why not? There's nothing or no one else holding you back if it's not attached to someone else. So I really think if you realize your own goals, if you realize your own sense of self, you'll be able to really go after those goals. I think you just kind of need to get out of this headspace, this isolation, and really focus on maybe bringing more balance to your social life. At the bottom of your deck, Capricorn, supporting your reading, is the World. I think you need to realize the world is at your hands right now. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but it's basically letting you know you do have these opportunities, you do have these chances out there, you do. All you have to do is manifest it. You just need to know what your goal is, what you want to go after, and it's achievable. It's something you can do. You could probably do a lot more than you could think right now. You can achieve a lot more. I hope that helped, Capricorn. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. I do bi-weekly readings. Now we're going to do Aquarius. Okay. Now look at Aquarius. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see your current energy. What's holding you back. All right, Aquarius. For your energy came up as the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're focusing on yourself. You are focusing on self-improvement, but I think you may be looking in the mirror a little bit. You may be nitpicking. You may be nitpicking things that you don't like. You may be nitpicking things that you don't like about your day-to-day life. You're just trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to fix? It's almost like a little project. You're trying to find these new projects to fix constantly. For what's unbalanced for you, Aquarius, you get the Death card and the King of Pentacles. There's this change in stability. I feel like overall you're feeling things are changing too quickly. You think things are ending too fast, and you're scared of the unknown. You're not scared. You're worried about what to do in this next life transition. I feel like for a lot of you, Aquarius, is a life transition coming up, and you just don't know what to do. You don't know what holds, what is coming next. I think this fear is coming because of this King of Pentacles. There's the stability aspect, and because it's in your unbalanced side, I'd really say you are not feeling stable because of this fear. It's really bothering you. To fix this situation, to recenter yourself, you got the Six of Swords and the Ace of Wands. You need to move from rough waters to calm water. I feel like you're going to need to force yourself to do this move. You're going to need to actively force yourself to try to see the silver lining in situations. If you are able to see the silver lining in situations, you will have this growth. You will have this self-growth, this self-understanding. You'll have this new knowledge of what you wanted and going after it. At the bottom of your deck, supporting your reading, Aquarius, is the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. You got your Queen to your King. There is a sense of instability with your unbalance. You feel unstable. But supporting your reading is the Queen of Pentacles. Even though you're feeling unstable right now, I think this feeling, this energy of unstableness will pass. You will feel security again. You will feel safe. You will feel nurturing again. You're going to feel almost back to yourself after you force yourself to look at the silver linings of things. After you force yourself to move on from that bad situation into that good. I hope that resonated with you, Aquarius. If it did, please like and subscribe. I do post 2 bi-weekly readings. Alright, next we're going to do Pisces. We'll do Pisces, New Moon, and Libra tarot reading. Alright, Pisces. Starting out, to represent your energy, you get the Page of Wands. You're patiently waiting on something. You're waiting on someone. I feel like you're waiting on communication. I feel like you're waiting for this person to talk. You're waiting for this person to come to you. You're waiting for this other person to actually have this conversation with you that you feel is long overdue. For what's unbalanced for you, Pisces, you have the Queen of Swords and the Four of Cups. There's this guard up and you're constantly thinking. I feel like you're constantly thinking about this person, and I think you view them as the Queen of Swords. I think you think that they're cold. I think you think that they're a little bit more, they're very honest. They're very open with you, and I think you admire that. But I think you also see them as someone with a lot of walls up, a lot of defenses up, and I think it's leaving you to wonder a lot. You're constantly thinking what's on their mind, what are they thinking about, how could I fix this situation? And I think because you're constantly in this state of mind, it's actually bringing you to a place where you're a little bit thinking too much about it. I feel like this person that you're thinking about isn't anyone that you need, and I think if you realize that you don't need this person, I think it'll help relieve the stress and anxiety that you're getting, because you're constantly thinking about them, and it's not in a bad way, but it's almost not very reciprocated either. The other person is not even glancing back. Again, roles may be reversed. This may be you and the other person. You're not even looking at this other person, but it's really showing up as someone needing to figure out that they don't need the other person. Alright, so on the other side, to bring you balance, you got the Seven of Cups and the Moon. This is just really telling you you're not seeing everything. I think you need to take a closer look at the situation you're dealing with. You need to take a closer look at that Queen of Swords of who you're dealing with. And I think you need to realize this person isn't who they say they are, or not even like that. You have this idea. I feel like you have this fantasy of this person. You think you know who they are. You think you know what they want. You think you know everything about this individual for some reason. You're assuming a lot. But it's telling you don't. Because what that person is trying to show you, that front that person is showing you, is fake. It's a facade. It's a mask. It's not really who they are. They're not giving you any insight into them as a person. And it's telling you to take a closer look at that situation. The quicker you realize that this person isn't showing you them true selves, the faster you'll realize, I don't need to be worrying about this person. I don't need to be stressing out about this person, because I don't even know this person. And it'll really help. I think it'll really help you with that stress, leaving that stress and that anxiety behind. At the bottom of your reading is the Seven of Wands. You're going to be very defensive about this. Pisces, I feel like you're not going to want to admit it. I feel like you're not going to want to look at this person and be like, oh, I feel like you're not going to want to call them out for any of their flaws. I feel like you're very much thinking that this person is your queen, but they're not. You have to remember the sword part. You have to remember they will kind of cut you out. I think the quicker you realize that, the quicker it'll help. I hope that helped, Pisces. If it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Liking it just kind of helps me know that it actually resonated with you and it resonated with somebody. I hope you enjoyed it. I do bi-weekly readings, so look out for those. And I hope you guys all have a great new moon cycle. Thank you.